Hey guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to the Vintage Gardener. I am going to give you guys a little update. I seem to be making this Wednesday, midweek video a thing. But hey, it's fine. I hope you guys don't mind, right? Anyway, I thought I'd give you guys an update as to what's been going on with the house. So, the sale of my house is going fine. That's not the issue. I am trying to move the sale date up to help out the buyer because she's been living in a hotel. The issue is on the Victorian. It's an old house. It's 179 years old. I'm under no delusions and that it was going to be, just nothing. I was expecting old windows and missing insulation, that sort of thing. I did get a seller's disclosure, and it was very comprehensive. I mean, she's lived in that house for 40 years. It was clear, that there was things that were being updated. So some things were like major things were being updated like 8 to 10 years ago. That's when they started. So I was like, okay, should be fairly good, especially because she said that there's no asbestos, there's no foundation issues, no structural issues. And so I was very surprised when I got there on Saturday. The thing with the carriage house is that the front part from the front, it looks fine. When you go to the back of it, you can see that there's some sagging. And when you go on the inside, it's like when they did I don't know if somebody redid the roof because it's a metal roof back there, but it's like you have the rafters and you usually have sheathing, and then the shingles or metal sheeting on top of that. On the back half, that wood sheeting was missing. So in the main part of the house, there was, so there's some parts that were disintegrating, like in the rafters in the attic, which is not uncommon, not unexpected, because it's 179 years old. If I was that age, I'm sure parts of me would be disintegrating. The issue is the basement. Long story short, there was asbestos, which is not a problem unless it's friable. It was becoming friable. Then there was knob and tube wiring, which you could not tell whether or not it was active or not. If it's active, you can't get homeowners, hence no mortgage. The chimneys in the house go all the way down to the basement, straight up through the attic, because they're actually providing structural support, and those were crumbling at the base. One of the walls was starting to bow at the bottom. And there was a couple other things. But so at the end of the day, I'm not sure how. She said there were no structural issues. She's 70-some years old. All I can say is that she probably has not been to that basement for a while. I just was surprised because, with some of the stuff that have been done in the basement, such as a new boiler, a new well, and a new panel box, to do certain things, they would have actually had to have drilled through the foundation. So I'm still trying to understand how people who were doing work down there didn't notice that there were some issues and didn't mention, oh, by the way, hey, when I was down there, I kind of saw this. You might want to have that checked. So I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is that the knob and tube absolutely has to get addressed because it can't wait till I get the house. It has to be done before so I can get them homeowners. Asbestos, yeah, that's going to be done. It was only 5 spots. It wasn't like pervasive. It was just here and there. So in terms of abatement, it wouldn't be overly expensive because it's not a lot. The nice thing about the house is that because there's no HVAC system, heat is through boiler. It's not like with HVAC. Yeah, probably with the suction and all the fans running, that probably would have kicked up asbestos back into that house. But because there is no HVAC, it's just a boiler, that's involving water. That asbestos is not leaving the basement. Quite frankly, it's probably not even leaving that section of the basement. Other structural issues. I'm having a structural engineer come out on Friday. We're meeting at noon, and at that point, he'll do a write-up. He'll, kind of do like an estimate saying, this is how much it should cost. I did ask the housing and the home inspector for the name of a person, a contractor, mason, whatever you want to do, because I think some of those issues require a mason who's used to dealing with old houses. If you didn't know, one of the reasons that old houses have so many problems is because construction pre-Civil War is very different from what we have now. They didn't have like the vents and all this other stuff. So houses were designed to be breathable. I mean, it was very ingenious, like how they actually built stuff, but things were made differently, including bricks. Like they didn't have the high heat, like the way we can do things today. So the issue is that today, most contractors do not know and do not understand how old houses were built. And so some of them don't understand that if you're using modern day materials, they don't understand the interaction between modern day materials and the old materials, and that some of these modern day materials, because it's designed to do certain things, and back in the day, there was breathability, of the house, the brick and stuff that's how it was planned. You start using stuff today which is supposed to like seal everything, it actually ends up disintegrating old material or encouraging mold and that sort of thing. So, you have an inexperienced mason who is trying to, repair an old brick foundation. If they use the wrong mortar, they have just destroyed your foundation and it's going to crumble because of what they've done. So, apparently this guy is good with this, so we shall see. I'll be asking him some questions like, what kind of mortar are you going to use? Which grade? Are you going to use M, N, O? Because there are different grades. And some of them are specifically designed, you have to use those for old houses. So we'll get that together and we'll present it to the seller. Certain things, like I said, she does have to do now. And the other things, if she wants to give me a credit at the time of closing, that's fine. They're not saying no, they're not going to do certain things. It's just that, he said, I need to have dollar amount so I can take to her. So hopefully it goes well. I think she's probably going to want to work with me, because especially now that she knows there's asbestos, that's something she's going to have to disclose. And so even if she gets it abated, most people are going to be like, oh my gosh, asbestos, I'm running. So things can be addressed, so it's just going to be a matter of working them out. So this may delay the my purchase of the new place, but it won't affect the sale of mine. So I may have to live in a hotel for a few weeks or so, but we'll get there in the end. So I'll keep you guys posted. The next video is going to be, again, planting some very late dahlias. So that's what you guys are going to see. I'm probably going to do one more cooking video. Garden design. I forgot about that. But anyway, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please subscribe and also share with your friends. So I will see you guys in the next video.